the NPP party is unattractive.
The party that was meant for the people.
That's easy.
The people's choice.
It's not meant for the people anymore. Now it's not meant for the people anymore. Ghana for your NPP for the Omakom. They still look into the face of the NPP no Makai.
But Franko, I said, okay, Dr. Baumia said, I can't 9 pe.
What is someone catch them?
2020.
Someone don't meet Omotiasi.
Okay, I can't 9 pe. Also, yeah.
Then me bam. Someone Omotiasi.
I can't 9%, but only 50 plus 1 the ID president. TSA Franko.
That's easy.
Franko,
what because I said Biasa can't 9 pe. You're not a student of politics. Ghana elections no Tiasi.
Are you saying Dr. Baumia is not the student of politics?
That's what I say. Mahusa man phobia kwa t-shirts. And I can't pay. I look into their faces and I laugh.
So I can't pay your fees.
What can I know? I say,
Saka 9% pay the source to
no 9% I the ketwa.
Sa 41 the a go chain.
New public has said bias now full politics. Anytime you are going for election, you start from zero.
Your former fragment Dr. Baumia said you're 41%.
Hold it right there. The last election NPP for any internal election. Some Mahmoud Bamiya said 61. 61. Can Mahmoud Bamiya still terms was 61%. Then he stopped doing campaign, managing campaign. Because NPP for a 50 plus 1. If by that acknowledging and assumption I understand. Why is he doing campaign? And Mahmoud Bamiya also have that courage aspect to come on the podium and says, I can't pay.
But I nearly got 42%. I can't pay.
Uncle Mr. Akufo-Addo nearly became the president of the Republic of Ghana in 2008. Now 9% can say for. I also told you can 9%. And I'm going to say for. As I told 9% or can I say for. Me say 1% bear 188,000.
Per Baumia calculation.
What's that?
Per Baumia circumstance.
1.7 million divided by 9.
188,000.
And to move back 1% to Biano, 188,000. What are you telling me? Because some of my NPP NDC 17,000.
Yeah.
To be now floating vote I must say, pick it from 49.6 from Kofi Asare. And it was 60.6.
I'm sure even percentage in a history, apart from 92, the first time a candidate be any 60%.
I must say, now look at this. I must say how to break the machine unprecedented from 2000.
Yeah.
Unprecedented machine, breaking machine. You know the votes gap 5,528. 5,528 between or no any Babajama. The NPP did one thing that was more serious and more damning before the 2020 election. They went after Amasi.
Abusiafo na hwefe mamu nyina makwa aba e de ba channel so I say a solid TV bidin e de Shaibu Lasisi message say Jibre ne ya transfer de enkomo bibiri e ofia Franko the hitter at transfer ne enkomo a ye ba ba hwere is about NPP Akwatia asan akọwe femfram Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia so say aka 9 pe 9 no ye kwa akofa e de afirin fa na aba na NPP defeat in the Akwatia constituency no. Is it a sign actually say NPP bit ma bounce back in 2028 and now say yentwen kakra. Ebisu said the current national executive of New Patriotic Party no. We how we conduct our party ni mu. No mo call by elections bia 50-50 bia no omodi ntwo no de. Anka yenda ni stia no. I was here done and I was here, yeah, my crew. Message on subscribe to the Solid TV channel, subscribe. Never notification buttons. I can also share link or comments. And here, I can also like a page. Make sure I'm about me back, make quack my Franko data. Abusia for young faster that Emma KNL roofing industry. Or some men can't show said Mokune free or suit up tone. And I puma santeman temwa of Fonse Cocobe. Na the end say, ye bought danso, ye de na de pa and the board danso. You put that no a quality product from Australia. So metal trust they do good dance. You will be your long span in so which you prefer color but near chat at the amount and the alloy zinc and aluminium. There so your channel that waiting at so no carpenter near at the board dance. So the here say a papa from the KNL for 0536 73 72 71 0536 73 72 71. Ye mo be dance so Emma from a jumping through and as a brand taming toy. Emma will be dance so empire. If you want to roof with KNL, a dying if fear funnel, a so money count. Now say, Ufia requires so a feather down. Not KNL for the boss wa, a man if a bear kakraka. Mamma come Franko the hater, Quaba. Franko the hater.
Shabula Sisi.
Franko the hater.
My brother.
Now, hoye.
Nyame adom is also hoye.
Good.
Brand woman kakraba to
belated happy birthday to you.
Man tonka. Pam metunka. You know I mean chiao. We dear udi huni. We dear.
Belated happy birthday.
Thank you, my brother.
But your birthday could have been completed if the NPP had won Akwatia.
Oh, la sisi. Me I tell you, self, I'm a journalist. I'm not aligned to any political party.
Okay.
Me any political party be any chakabia. And me, I wasn't surprised how I knew the NPP would lose.
How?
I knew the NPP would lose. So seat, my main cast of seat, no. Robert catch us say NPP for seat, but the person is not looking at the data. Open seat back where you swing seater. Seat back where obi main catch us say wait there is the Akwatia seat. From 92 ban, it is extremely difficult for one party to even break the 8 over there.
Okay, we can now.
We kon. So if you look at Akwatia hona, time and the school I knew that it was going to be extremely difficult for the NPP to capture the seat. Do you know why? When you are going for general elections, a God for us or each one for himself.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at no Azor, can masa who been talking to Sanke two about the general elections, Azor come will not even go there.
Yeah.
Who will be so calling that Kuku Sally for 11 so your moko. Who said Justin could be our who say we come second the quack campaign one. Do you know why? Because we'll be when the constituent you come fast away to now winning. But this time it's a by-election. By-election there, big men and people are okay, very influential. They try to go there and do campaigning. All the attention will be there. This by-election, the IGP will produce about 5,500 police personnel.
Yeah.
Now, can say a call for general elections, or deeper 5,500. So it tells you, sir, if you look at the general elections, God for us or each one for himself. But Akwatia by-election, let's see, me. Well, was it Austin and I will be a minute? Now, make a chance. I see the NPP losing that kind of seat.
But Franco, I say, of late, any by-election be 50-50.
Yes. Yes.
Apart from Kumawu and Nedia, just a break a crack. But don't hear a send off any Akwatia, make it 50-50. Say a swinger, why none of the constituency was able to swing to our side?
Now, if you look at especially I say not, Nipana 75. They're not 75. Now people had a lot of sympathy for him.
Okay.
Jechikwesi. And Jechikwesi in timer, His Excellency John Dramani Mama Hokokoye campaign, he made a certain kind of statement. Ekachom say, Bra papa ni bre nya ye nkofo ni ntia. Because he want to be the kind of Messiah or Savior and the master assign no for. Now, if you look at Jechikwesi do baby, you had court to free court from as early as 10 a.m. Now, you had more talking the dinner him, no kwako pimo ase no. Who call you nipa? Because we are talking about dual citizens. Yes, you be born one papa we ya. I say we want to put him to a tight corner. Now, if you look at a single by-election, the NPP was in power. When first some conduct or money no be a see no be say the NPP no me ready. Some person call win by-election. And I can give you series of example. They kind. Obasan this one. I want Alan Kodo chairman Tigina or Kasa. All Kasa Mokatels won't check Kasa and Mamudu Bamia bomb the microphone definition. As a political pundit, Tamana Bamia commitment enough for I'm about Rabbit not podium so. A do baby see so to Mahmoud Bamian and Mubaba Kasa. And Bana Urbano, they means Alan Kodo chairman and big men in the party don't recognize them.
Yeah.
I want to cook for the Cocoso a brand inside. A cousin won't trouble for money per Jane Bia. Yes, or body will be your Chasopoku. And I damn tell women, you are doing campaign against your own candidate. Campaign against your own candidate. And also it went against the New Patriotic Party. Andrew Baby, the person who was the IGP, and at that material moment trying to protect lives and property, already did Eric George Akufu Dampare, because he couldn't control to the tactics and information of the NPP, they had issues with him.
Yeah.
Opa Boanya problem on any is in relation to the Arsenal by-election.
Because General Secretary can say, as a NPP.
Thank you. Or Katom say if a man try, say if you look at elections now, you can road back you even breach one. Was say one man may party judgment. He came to work. He came to work for the ordinary Ghanaian. And if you look at the course was sent offer, it was going to be extremely difficult for the NPP to capture that seat. The question, whether they like it or not. John Mama told them, so somebody and also about the man. No, Mama be the president. He is going to make him a minister. Today he's a deputy minister for foreign affairs. That's what I make a no.
But why you are talking about a sympathy vote? Why couldn't we have that sympathy vote in Akwatia?
And if you look at issues like course now Obi at the side Charles Opoku and man we see. Now everybody who know the trend, Akwatia will tell you say, if you look at this particular election, that means who's a guy that will watch the trend. Many time for life on TV says that the NPP has lost the election in advance, and I'm going to explain to you. In 1992, we don't take this kind of election say it was a credible election. That makes 1992.
NPP sure.
What say NPP for G2 from Manuswaban? That's why they call it a stolen verdict.
Yeah.
Or say if you look at Kwana JJ Rollins fast winning a banner, it wasn't free and fair.
Because I JJ say you go to presidential. If we are never to parliament, they told presidential men or catch almost say, oh, to my NPP no about you because it's parliament.
And you know, people had issues with the roadmap and the conduct of JJ Rollins in the 1992 elections. 1996, yeah.
I say Osuma will be said Uncle Pui when a electoral commissioner. That's
okay.
I am said tornado or so coin or Corinth or Corner after Janso to Oberwinsa. I know, yes,
okay, this thing how to get time and read about because how can you go for someone maybe might not know, whereby might not even have statistics background and you make him an easy boss.
But so after Janso, but
oh, he did well, and men make it, but we
so say like said, yes, some by be a win, son, so be if you all call if you be as because people are be our more government workers, technical be our more lunch, our be a cancer bar, no be and yet the normal one said blue kiosk in hair.
Lasisi,
Franko
in 1996.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the general elections and parliamentary elections,
yeah.
Now JJ Rollins won the elections for the NDC.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the new
patriotic, not the second
yes, the new patriotic party in Akwatia,
yeah.
And if you look at the NDC performance rate in terms of parliamentary elections, Alhaji Mohammed Zuria for the NDC, only 17,900.
Okay.
17,900. Dr. Kwame Chebafo of the new patriotic party in 8,575. Now, if you look at the vote difference at the margin, now you're 9,325.
Okay.
So the first time we are going for a general election, parliamentary election, whereby you see the NPP wrestle power with the NDC.
Yeah.
But if you look at the gap between the NPP and the NDC, 9,325.
That's so.
Even in 1996 election, they don't know what I said, and Ibian Shadam
Madrid. That time Rollins. Seba say, what call heaven, now call Macaba.
Now, if you look at the 2000 elections, the new patriotic party have to change their candidate.
Okay.
And yet Dr. Kwame Chebafo ne Bible. They brought a certain called Kingston Akumian Kisi.
Okay.
Kingston Akumian Kisi. Ono mokofano. Now if you look at this particular man, only Alhaji AY Amankwane Kokopre.
Okay.
So this time around, Alhaji Mohammed is not coming back into the picture. Two new people, fresh faces, ahead of the 2000 elections. Now Kingston Akumian Kisi for the new patriotic party, and you have 15,433, representing 53.6.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the NDC, Alhaji AY Amankwanya 12,803.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the margin votes, 2,680.
Okay.
Now, rejected votes, 614.
Okay.
Now, look at this. This particular man, Anna Didi Kingston, was able to appreciate his vote close to 7,000.
7,000. And I mean, BTMP.
Yes.
NDC,
though the NDC person did well, but in terms of percentage, we are dropping.
Yeah.
Because if you look at your friend say
17,000.
70. No, even dropped.
Yeah,
17,000 about 12,000 and
5,000.
Thank you. Now, when it comes to the margin votes, a difference between the NPP and the NDC in the 2000 elections are now 2,680. Rejected votes 614. So it tells you, say, now if you look at 1996, now the vote difference, 9,325. The vote difference in 2000, 2,680. Meaning Ghanaians are becoming more discerning and they are looking at the voting party. Now, in 2004, the new patriotic party still maintained Kingston Akumekisino. Only 17,159, representing 50.8.
Okay.
Surprisingly, the NDC dropped Alhaji AY Amankwa. Omo dropping, the next person they brought him to wrestle power against the NPP and against what friend Kingston is our own man, Baba Jama. And
Akwatia Mogadi.
Yes, Baba Jama. Baba Jama has 16,086.
Okay.
87. Now look at this. If you look at Kingston, only 53.6.
Yeah.
Now he has dropped to 50.8. Baba Jama have to appreciate the percentage to 47.6. Now look at the voice difference. Rejected, I have 586. Now valid votes almost to abano, I have 33,783. Margin vote 1,072. It's telling you something. It started from 9,325. Now it has come to 2,680. Now 1,072.
Oh, drop.
It is depreciated. Anytime you could say a close. Whereby a man 40 about one say people can feel entire development and just say it you know. Now votes it keeps on depreciating. Now Shabla Sisi, this is the 2004. Now let me take you to the 2008.
Okay.
Do you know say I didn't see what Blekumanov? I'm call for rerun. It is in 2008.
Akwatia. 2008.
2008. I'm talking about you know 6 polling stations because of irregularities. They have to do rerun, re-election.
Okay.
I was 6 polling stations.
Okay.
And Baba Jama, at that material moment, I will say there be the NDC and Mama NPP and Mama make it the 8. My party is in power now. I can go all out and win the elections.
Yeah.
And I say,
I'm calling for a rerun.
yes. So on August 18, 2009,
yeah.
And I say, your rerun. That was 6 polling stations
in
Akwatia. Yeah, two about you. Baba Jama, enya 17,777.
Okay.
Representing 50.9. Now Baba Jama Hana Onya 47.6 has appreciated votes by 2.4%. 2.4%. Now if you look at Kofi Asare, the NPP presents a new candidate. It's no more Kingston. No, a fresh candidate comes on board. Fresh candidate in the friend Kofi Asare.
Okay.
Onya 17,160.
Okay.
Representing 49.1%. Now look at this. The margin between Baba Jama and Kofi Asare is 660.
From 5,000 to 2,000 to 2,000
yes.
And now 660.
So it tells you. So any 4 years that you could be you don't win the huge margin. You're too close and too tight. Too close and too tight because a man fight about one say they want to feel entire development.
Okay.
Men papa NPP ni, me ba me NPP ni or mine who na made.
Yeah.
Nipo ye come to make my year mama no. Say nipa ni here. Now look at this Lasisi. Now look at 2012.
Okay.
The NDC still maintains Baba Jama.
Yeah.
The New Patriotic Party still maintains Kofi Asare. Yeah, there. Baba Jama 19,811.
Okay.
50.4. Here, Baba Jama drops by 0.05.
Okay.
Hana 50.09.
Yeah.
Now I drop it by 0.05. So it means that the popularity of Baba Jama is dropping. He cannot grip the constituency as his own. Now, if you look at Kofi Asare appreciated by 0.5. And Baba Jama then now 0.5 for in the 2008. No, Kofi Asare Baba Canadian. And this one, Kofi Asare in 19,517. Margin a 294.
Wow.
Make catch us say, what follow data no? What na sidia data no? You hear some people talking. Are they students of the game? Or when you are empirical research, have they done their readings, recommendations, and findings? Now, if you look at total valid votes, 39,328. Rejected is 640.
640 rejected. Such a vote difference.
Vote difference, no. In 2016,
okay,
John Dramani Mama wants to extend his term to the second term. The NPP says that the NDC has been in power for 8 years. We were going to delay the 8. We are not going to also allow you to break the 8.
No.
So another constituency that there's a certain kind of tension. Now, surprisingly, the NPP what masses they did it for them.
Yeah.
The NPP presented a candidate. So candidate na here can say on course school not.
Are they also hairdresser now?
Mercy Adujan fee.
Okay.
Di pa no ba man for friend Amasi.
Hairdresser.
Yes.
Say something bro.
Maybe when it comes to representation, when it comes to elections, it doesn't matter say what school.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. People look at what you can do and they will offer you the position.
Yeah.
Now NPP. Now if you look at 2016 and Neskumi and Mary Adujan fini corporate. And a Mary Adujan fi BT and Neskumi.
Hairdresser na BT no.
Yes, what I mean by my class match. So if you look at 2016, Mercy Adujan fi 22,981.
Hey,
representing 60.6%.
Well, the they got 20,000.
Yeah. Now, if you look at Baba Jama, Baba Jama was a deputy minister for information. That matter moment Baba Jama catch say Danya kase eyo.
NDC top Ojama the Fakoma Ubia. Okwa say Ojama presenting and
yes. That time a deputy information minister who was misleading the public. Secondly, why a minister in 2012 in 2009 about 2016?
Yeah.
Obi wa adwim so wo mo bia nkade bo nkade abonda. And Baba Jama so nyan conducting who ye. You see, politicians, if they want power, it's a different matter.
And when they get it,
if they get power, it's a different matter. So after winning power, maybe the actions and inactions and all trances be so affect, you know. Okay. And they affecting you know. Then people decide there be me and this by trouble and family. I must say, who is a known hairdresser, Onkita PhD, Enkita Masters. Now, on Baba Jama have to drop from 50.4 to 39.4. As you see, 50.4 to 39.4. I must say, pick it from 49.6 from Kofi Asare. And it was 60.6.
But I'm sure even in percentage, in a history, apart from 92, the first time a candidate be any 60%.
I must say, now look at this. I must say, how to break the machine. Unprecedented. Through 2000, unprecedented machine, breaking machine. Do you know the votes gap? 5,528. 5,528 between or no any Baba Jama.
Wow.
So, nipa na uncle school, nipa na omunim so unimade no, nipa na ebia almost one tebrofo or call parliament won mean Kenyans as bia no. She is loved by the people, not just by the people, but even the floating voters. Because some of to abani nyina no, NPP NDC 17,000.
Yeah.
To be na floating voter kakado atwaba dia ma. Ebi obi mistake kakado be no bi dia atwaba ma. But I must say, have to appreciate the votes from 19,000 to 22,000. The votes from between Baba Jama, who was a minister, who was in power, who was a big man in the NDC, and is one of the astute lawyers for the NDC. Baba Jama, obtained by 5,528 on court school right. Then a catch was a sandy power in your pay. If you bring the right person, the right candidate, the right product, we are ready to make sure that's having a better. Now, if you look at 2020,
the
NPP,
2020,
NPP, or my son, you feel be press button, problem button.
Press.
That is the NPP. Meant the Akwaswa, over here, see Canada to be a Bamia to be a way brand. That is the nature of the party. Or more, Nasa Shabba Sisi, Nasa breaking metum, and Dosomun Tasente Semu, and my mouth for a firm or moon soon as a Momo party in Sanamoti. If there is peace, Mompe, more button.
There's a confusion button.
I say, Mom Pressy and among elements more. That is the NPP. The NPP did one thing that was more serious and more damning before the 2020 elections.
Oh, yeah,
they went after Amase.
So are they?
Amase, about for Phyllis Amase, the cry, or you pro Bamiana, or you pro Ken Sanomano, and Amase Parliament on Cambro for Sanomano. Yes, I have a couple of football parliament and your papa. No, we cannot make sure, sir, a constituency made for intellectual and elites. People who go there to exhibit intellectual honesty. And it's uncle for what should we bring Amase? Lasisi, they go for that was the breakdown of the NPP. Akwatia. They went for internal elections. The internal elections are moto abano. Nipa moto abano 227. Eto aba edima owura di ede NSKumi. 223. Eto aba de ma Amase. Surprisingly, nipa 4 na eto aba me 227. Edima NSKumi na. Yes, say nipa 4 ni no mawu. Nipa ma wo their disease, but the Aborn captured them to be alive people.
No moto aba ma NSKumi.
No moto aba ma NSKumi. That was where Amase and Conference and a sadia, you back to skirt and blouse. The basic, we can less who be the PC for the MPP. Yet, Amase, the victim said, never a man for Betono. Name one because of machination, ye chimney spencer, chip, bonny parfait, and when you pan sadia. When it gets to the general elections, That is the real post. That is where you are going to deal with the matter.
Yeah.
Lasisi, in the 2020 elections,
Okay.
I must say in Kamu, Ernest Yakumi for the NPP, 18,724. From 22,000 drops to 18,724, representing 48.5%. Henry Yadom Boache, on a call for the NDC, 19,899, representing 56.1. Now, Shadi Lasisi. Now, the margin of votes, I have 1,151. Rejected votes, I have 541. Total valid votes, 38,641. Shadi, I must say, I'll close to Gabriel joining now for the new patriotic party.
The difference of 5,000.
5,528. Now, votes not dropping above 1,151. And where Crampon has even been a surplus for the NDC. So, the decision the NPP took prior to the 2020 election affected them in a negative way. The amount for that what take risk. Our risk now is the day they are didn't be yajuma. So the year we now into your favor means you took a bad decision and the rest was bad. So the risk the NPP to something NS Yakumi Bano was bad. In 2024, NS Yakumi still represents the NPP. Henry Boachi Yadom represents the NDC. Now, the NPP, because of friction and fashion, it comes, oh, let's come united, let's do campaign with Biatuncha. Now, if you look at Orefeni Yakumi, on your 19,269, 52.83. Henry Boachi Yadom, 17,206.
Okay.
The vote difference is 2,063. Nipa 36,475 na Troba.
Okay.
Rejected votes are 494.
Wow.
Now the vote difference between Henry Boachi Yadom and the Kumino, Yakumino, is 2,063. But let me tell you something. The 2024 election, of course, we are Akwatia. But the ban for the coalition was the Tasano police station. They moved from the eastern region for the coalition because of Entokwa violence. Ya bubi pre pink sheet be pesa yirano. Yes. And baby yon ko coalition no Tasano police station.
Police college, you know.
It should tell you one thing. It should tell you so pe constituents ba kwa ho noa. There's that kind of fussy and unity war and Tokwa. It is Akwatia, so you should not joke with it. Now, ideally, and Kumino or the MP for 1 man too.
1 man.
Yes, ideally. Because first of all, the NDC have to challenge it.
Yeah.
A court of competent jurisdiction. A more high court.
Yeah.
And the high court maybe committee they even use the bench warrant to even arrest
NS Kumino.
Me say that now we are swearing in of
yes, in any parliament.
They no me swearing in of now was there. Now me Kwame Tankuna Brambo, we are Parliament House. And who them who there be Pini Sanman and I'm catch a speaker across they should walk him out. And MPP for say he can carry his own cross.
Yeah.
Sorry, be as pay. Jechi question in 2020.
Yeah.
When the NPP force on the belly be bad ya mark clerk, you know, and this force on Montias here, Jechi question is an old man enough to carry his own cross. They should allow him. And I shall sisi. E di moi. And a somewhere July. And I June say June or July. And a kumi nyanko ponto inside the free kumi na kumi koi. Ideally, kumi or the MP for only 1 month.
When you na soon you MP just 1 month.
1 MPP for mon kan committee assembly. Tama mo ye campaign. But say MPP for ka say and MPP for na atwe papa mu ama papa no as wanya problem.
What NDC for na atwe.
MPP for kan kore.
Ade.
Open ko for ba ko mo tete and the kumipa MPP was smart.
Ade.
I go look at campaign fashions and ewo. I must say, do baby. You see the woman organizer of the MPP. Your friend say KJ Mfua.
Yeah.
Who the say the political son Kumino.
Yeah.
The political son. You see the woman is using her influence to make sure say she will fight against Amasi. A whole lot of issues in the course. I want to ask them. Any time I get you question dinner court and all cobano. Say get you question muya. And can this for our case MPP for that get you question. What are they telling us? I said, well, you should not even go there. That kind of you should not go there alone. Oh, you are going to preach good news to the people. What you can bring on board. Lasisi.
Say be a common side per sympathy vote.
Dabi. I'll give you reasons. And Lasisi.
Franko later.
A koba yen na wie and a kumu. The NDC Nipana ene or ye NP elect. He was the lead counsel. Adima Henry Boachi Yadom when they were at the court. I mean true. Tese me no. Na issue biaba. Now what about family say me you lead counsel lawyer. Na yakwa kodi asem nyina awie na asem na nko yam fama. Na akonya for frase ato e wo busua ni mu a na mo ho kwan say me contest bi na ma contest. Hey. So if you look at Bedu now, he was a former secretary. He's a lawyer. And he on mom na oye the lead counsel. Edema over friend Henry Buachi Yado. And I'm to internal and at that material moment, I said to myself, say the NDC research team, they're doing a good work. Do you know why? Obia, I'm coming as Henry Buachi Yado appeared on the ballot seat on 2 or 3 occasions. Nanim your familiar. He gave a strong contest to already end the Kumi.
Yeah.
And Kumi. And as idea, we should not even go for even an internal primary. We should let him go alone. It tells you, say, the research team identifies, say, the man is losing his grips and is no more popular with that particular area. Let's allow the delegates to decide. Congress will be first to decide. Let's go to internal election. Who wins becomes the person who will lead the party in the parliamentary elections. Akwatia.
Because Oman cast automatically the former parliamentary candidate.
And the 3 people contested. And already a friend Bedu.
Yeah. Bernard
Bedu.
Bibi.
Yes, Bibi no. Every year. Now, or when you know, and if you look at Bedu now, he's a Judas Iscariot. Hey, or you traitor. Akwawi. What they say, he can choke you at your back. Because they will see you papa it here, come back, and a man for starting and trouble. We are going to register with his pleasure. Open one of the matured politicians I've seen, Bedu no come. Shall the man doesn't talk. He's an action person. On Kasa. But you don't see them coming on social media, but they're doing their works. Obaja say, Enra, Nipa Bakoi was part of the coalition team. Edema Oran Dindi Bedu was a former MP. Henry Buachi Yado. The NDC was able to solve their issues and problems amicably. And this particular man decided, say, he wanted to offer his support to Oran Dindi Bedu. So, Henry Buachi Yado na first, people feel and think that you go after Bedu, is now working with Bedu, doing campaign for him as a brother. Now, if you look at the New Patriotic Party, the New Patriotic Party didn't go for internal elections. They did a handpick. See, at that moment, one by yarding to a point to say, I must say, so I must say the bar, and there's coming for no, because there's that kind of friction and problem in fashion in the camp, it is going to affect it because coming for back as we are going after Mamena, your friend Amasi. What I mean by you said you have to question, and Omokasa. Now the NDP didn't go for internal. I must say, open it back too popular in the constituency. On some friend who come. Open back is offer solutions and help for the youth, creating employment is this particular young guy. And he didn't Solomon Asumadu. And they go first Solomon Asumadu. Now Asumadu the end day. Or no, he's not coming from
any camp.
But the question is, how many people will understand this? I want to ask, when they were doing the campaign, where was Amasi?
In the constituency.
Yes. Ebia Asumadu is not part of any camp.
Yeah.
Where was Amasi? Where was my man friend Kejimfua? Kejimfua neba and Kumi. So where was she?
Amasi.
Dabi Zana Messi. Whether it might be true or not.
So Okoya Kebe who on TV so. But Kejimfua nya boa de.
Because a hono tuna be say for be say takrasi o se dey. Hono tuna ba.
Yeah.
Mame no the make 3 parties or mame to abedi.
Yeah.
And eventually election no mo coin. The NPP lost the elections. Let me tell you one thing. It tells you, say, the New Patriotic Party, they have a problem. Still, Ghanaians has not forgiven them. I'm being honest with you.
Ghana for 5.
Ghana for them, they did Ghana for. You are Ghana for the come to abaditi. Still, Ghanaians in Franko. Still, the Ghanaians feel the pains. They feel it. It goes through their veins. They still feel. What's that? What me do bonny? Na nipani adventure say bia wo boy no we few. Na e bia una hu na ni mo no akai say akwa wadim na da menya akwa we no. Ade am de be no. That is what is happening to the NPP now. The NPP should come and render unqualified apology to a lot of Ghanaians. Tell them so by a mistake.
But also frankly, so on what research ana mu gianse ko yi Solomon Asumadu.
Me so am say do oni camp bia. Say be issues bia ma no. E bi so ankom kokoto aba. And they have presented the right candidate.
Well, I must say, on team over 60%. was say camp same team Franko.
Yan farmer no. Me dem ti yakwa say do baby. Ama say ekunu po no ye campaign ti NPP. The matter no. Say do baby ama say ekunu no ye campaign whether reality or not I can't but this is what I'm hearing. E jam say dem mate no.
Yeah.
And today I spoke to two people. I spoke to the MP elect. Then I spoke to Nipano or Olusu. Let me give them a standing ovation, Lasisi. Two matured politicians.
I almost say.
Lasisi, two matured politicians. Obia Sama all can be actual say. These are people who are young but very, very intellectual. Hey, Asuma do know. My respect for him has risen to 2,000%. Do you know why?
I don't care that same.
Lasisi, questions that me did run. Say Oyobia he wanted to make sure say he will live by the questions and can what be can neno can what. One was say this is the choice of Akwatia.
The Akwatia for some pain.
What can I say about it? When you ask him be a worker, he even went ahead to even congratulate his own brother and say maybe I don't need the Akwatia you any punto no more or more dream. Na me be sanis na the
man be a loose let's say
Dabi obi wo ho a afi no ba be aportion afi kwa no be start e na we come na we kada bi o say e bi enye nu ni so emra na be so be bru ni so. Now if you listen to Bedua, Bed making one profound statement. I say the decision by the new patriotic party not to do internal primaries aided him.
The MP before internal and a buano.
Because na MP before ni bebre ho a na menyasepo wo mu na ya wo mu, and they had issues with it. Oh man wanting ma kasa, but the day of votes I will register my displeasure by voting against the new patriotic party for taking a decision that is unpopular in the eyes of the delegates. Lasisi, Ghana ha. Adeba kwa me yani said the NPP, the national returns account. I'm being honest.
What's it?
The national returns account NPP.
Yeah, party.
It is depreciating at a faster rate, at a faster speed. Where NPP, a free assent of by election, the NPP, when it comes to elections, they've not won. Assent of they lost. The general elections, they lost. Meboa, Ablekumanov, Reran, they lost. Akwatia Omalusu. Tamale crowd almost amungo. Because they know they will lose. The data doesn't speak well for them, Tamale. So they know they will lose. So if you look at the NPP, it is now time for the executive to sit down. Now, one kasa shawo. Nabisa who say, is that the same NPP or this is a different NPP?
Franko seat ya from 92 per successes no. Party wa benefit kese nya more votes MPP.
Dabio, I have 4-4.
But because with more votes,
MPP.
I'ma say. So if MP be corner so call it tan say.
Me say, Emra, time I'm at studio. Now I say quite the no sending me message. Omni come board first from say kai.
So why would the MPP get 25 votes in the polling center? And this I'm telling something.
I count. I say, omni can the first and I'm say, hey, I'm a callers no craft for no more. So they say, me see team that's what young baby. I'm one. I'm so there. I'm on votes now. 350 NDC, NPP, every 50. I'm say, hey,
every 44,
every 27. It tells you say the NPP party is no more attractive. Political party, this kind of juncture they go there. But how to elevate from this kind of problem? One we are anything a two CPP.
So Franko, do you foresee this current NPP executive elevating us from this problem?
Lasisi, dekeka konedi difficult.
Is this say or menkata o madwena manasi ana say
I don't, you see, identifying the problem is part of the solution.
Because this time no, I don't want to single a JFK. You're acting national chairman, you're an Abibo, treasurer, party national executive. If we were able to take concrete decision and make a suspending Porafoko and the Kwabra Japan from the party, a benefited partner. So the National Executive Council, what do we see? Do they also see the same?
The NPP party is unattractive.
Now, party for
maybe, but I'm telling them, the NPP party is unattractive.
The party that was meant for the people.
That's easy.
The people's choice.
It's not meant for the people anymore. Now it's not meant for the people anymore. Ghana for your NPP for the Omakom. They still look into the face of the NPP no makai.
But Franko, I say okay. Dr. Baumia say I can nine pe.
What is someone catch them?
2020.
Sa why no me to motiase?
Okay, I can nine pe. Also nya.
Let me ba. Sa some mo kan. Omotiase.
I can 9%, pero nya 50+1 na the ID president. Tian San Fanonko.
La sisi.
Franko dey.
Wo abeka sa se ni biasa aka na ipe be you are a student of politics.
Why?
Ghana elections no ntiase.
Are you saying Dr. Baumia is not the student of president?
Tiase me kase me say. Ma hu sa manfo bi akwa akoye t-shirts and I can na ipe. I look into their faces then I laugh.
Why?
People who are intellectuals and else and confer to politics I say try to exercise intellectual dishonesty. Hey! What's it then aka na ipe?
Aka na percent.
Me ba la sisi.
Franko dey.
Now, if let me take it from even 2018.
Okay.
Now the down kwa kufuado. The voice difference between Oni Oru and Dindi John Evans Atamos a new 50,000.
No 50,000.
30,000 for new papa.
Okay.
Now the down kwa kufuado. It took him 8 years. 8 years to break it, whereby you have to even get surplus.
But Donado after second running yana onya 49.7.
In 2008,
onya 0.03.
In 2008, you to about 3 times.
Yeah. First one, second one, time.
In 2008,
yeah,
you to about 3 times. Time when I J. Kufuor, the national security or interior minister at that time, a reference Kandapa, he looked straight into the eyes of the president and told him the security and breaking. At that time, the NDC was in opposition. When I J. Wallace, you took a mun born and say Pamoja Pompiba or the handkerchief to check your campaign.
Yeah.
In 2008, John J. Wallace did a lot of campaign than John Mahama and John Evans at Amos.
Yeah.
And they won the elections. Now, Kufuor, it took him 8 years.
Well, to create the vote difference of 0.03.
Me say, John Dramani Mama, close to 1 million vote. Close to 1 million. One quad of ballot box in 3 or 4.
So I can't pay any feasible.
What can I know? I say,
so 9% pay the source to
no 9% are the ketwa.
So 41 the egu eche.
Ni pobe kasa say be as now follow politics. Anytime you are going for election, you start from zero.
No. Your former flag by Dr. Baumia said you're 41%.
Hold it right there. The last election NPP for any internal elections. Some Mahmoud Bamianya said 61. 61. Can Mahmoud Bamia still terms was 61%. Then he stopped doing campaign, managing campaign cry. Because NPP for a 50+1.
Yeah.
If by that analogy and assumption I understand how they are not correct, why is he doing campaign? When you have 50+1, automatically you have become the flag bearer of the NPP. Why is he doing active campaign? I'm asking him. They are tossing me. Key actors, I don't did in the channel campaign managers to come Dr. Pagri for more. Your friend is Kwaku more.
Brian Champo.
Good. I don't did a channel campaign, man. Today, they are also going as independent people who are also going to make sure some Kwaku or Muswaba.
Yeah.
Is it the same 61%?
No.
In terms of election, we started from zero. And Mahmoud Bamia, someone can want to say, what I say, you know, make that kind of statement. Let's see. If you look at the 2024 elections, we have 9%. We have 9%. 9% is 1.7 million votes. 9%. No? And saying
1.7 million votes.
Divide 1.7 divided by 9. 188,000.
To 1%.
1% be 188,000.
No, Dr. Baumia pay.
Sabu, 1% be 188,000. So where is from 9 I can't pay? Where is it from? Mahmoud Bamia, the BMC Mahmoud Bamia have problem. People around who always create problem for him. And Mahmoud Bamia also have that courage aspect to come on the podium and says I can't pay.
But I nearly got 42%. I can't pay.
Uncle Bisa Akufo-Addo nearly became the president of the Republic of Ghana in 2008. He just needed only about 1 or 2% to be at the cap 49.
0 point because 49.7.
Or then 1%. No, 50+1. And no Akufo-Addo went near money. Now you work 9%. And yes, he's not even do internal campaign.
So the NPP chance of becoming or forming a government in 2029, President Dr. Baumia, can't we make the 9%?
We make a wuti. Now 9% can't say for one. I also try to 9%, and I'm going to say for one. As I to 9% or can I say for? Me say 1% bear 188,000.
Per Baumia calculation.
What's that?
Per Baumia circumstance.
1.7 million. divided by 9.
188,000.
And he move back 1% biano, 188,000. What are you telling me? What I didn't enya ebia Mahmoud Bamianya 45%, and now 46%, and now 47, 48% do. Lasisi, the figures are big and huge. To say if you have Koboga, if you have Burkina Faso, 89% no more can. They should bring it to nominal figures. So I'm smart. So oti idea a 50 plus 1. Now oti 41. Who said 9% in the mumma?
Yeah.
Why are they not talking about the nominal figure? Say, I can 1.7 million votes for us to break up. And why you say, oh, Ben John Dramani Mamo, now have a per surplus. What are they telling us? And what is the problem? And when I want them to convince me as to why they are saying is I can 9% pay. Let's see. Me man can no crunch me say about 2 years more going. If the NPP doesn't win in the 2028, it's a foregone conclusion the NPP can be in opposition more than 16 years. Hey, me cast my say, Mama cast him. If John Mama, the oye, he's enjoying goodwill now. Mama who nyanya. So Mama who started say a year here. That is why people begin to feed on Mama.
But I even thought so here quite first you Chief Justice now. Kaba affect Akwatia.
Mama cast him. Ghana hano. No maybe who man for being issue. No, to say now no dey me pa Musa Dankwa ka say me say okoye research bi na research no okubisa Ghana for do na so many who do say no many age say o mai Chief Justice na di as o ka say 50 na say Musa Dankwa we dey me pa no Franko wo so kuru ewura adwom adwom for do say pa the Chief Justice
and you omuni
wo be Tony Makon ni nchini ni Jenia or the Chief Justice
because order to Banko dey nchini no
or the Chief Justice
on fa court nya hwe onye litigant
whether you like it
now only case be also
Akwatia is a mining zone.
Yeah,
it's a mining area. And nipa no won check that their boys need pencil benya minus hanuman. And if you look at the campaign message, the NDC was preaching what people wanted to hear, and the NPP was preaching a different
because NPP or say NSKumi at the Munina Shem nipa do meda shamo ana monto aba ema me yesa NSKumi cry Eurobe ne sama be sama nche
anya no akwa no sun ya power say yo o sere eni osun papa wa bragu ade wa bra panya na nyame atoa firi age nyame afrew na firi unsa na ase akonkofa na mpesa be kobo we Lasisi, if John Mahama me twa 4 years we I don't know the kind of candidate the NPP will present, and I don't know the kind of candidate the NDC will present. It might depend on the kind of product that they will bring. That's what I say.
But Franko, my dear, in Akwatia, Honorable Ken Echum, na NDC form your campaign. Ubi NDC at other council party for say. Somebody can the Japan bar, you better Obama.
Me, I say, me can be. I've seen people out more the opposite side, or me NDC for coming out to say, some they say papa we bad here. Don't say me NDC, I'll vote for the person. I've seen a CPP person. I've seen this. For the first time, I will know to say Kwasi Price speaking positivity about Kenya company kwa Japan. What's a hey? What's a saying? You know, said you crowd for hairdresser or so ye. And a hairdresser and a cousin with your king. Well, ni papa
yeah,
papa. Wouldn't him now for cousin be fucking who? Then yes, Sika Press or the broke will be true. Kennedy Mudian organic, a genuine. Director Jeffers.
Yeah.
I bunu history.
I
yeah. And I teach my north.
Teach my.
His love for Kenya he's a businessman.
Yeah.
A wealthy man. Shabu, who penny papa when Yamia Shen will Yasia or Kahu. Sam Kofon said this is the person that we want. Or Castle Yadani Power as any power in open. May say, I don't know the kind of person or the product the NDC will bring in 2028. I don't know the kind of product the NPP will bring in 2028. The ball is in the court of these two political parties. One, they may be some NPP for and say, do they need a president or do they need a flag bearer? They may be say, I'm per president and also per flag bearer. They are tossing me. The decision by the delegates. And I'm not Ghana for who so is serious or they are not serious.
That's it. Abusian for Franko the hater now turning comedy at the shy will see fast Rama Austin Berry share that for.